I salute the gods. Even in chains, I still recognize my God. I salute you beautiful people. And I salute my ancestors. They are always in my mind. Are we still in chains? Black people, are we still in chains? Africans, are we still in chains? I think so. I think we are still in chains. But this time around, it's a mental chain. A mental chain, a chain we created in our minds. We see a mountain, build a mountain, a blockage in front of us. But when you look literally, there is no mountain in front of us. It's in our minds. How are we going to break that chain? We need to break that. We need to take out these chains and break that mountain. Destroy that mountain in front of us. If we need to move on, if we need to move ahead, Black people, Africans. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? I feel pained. I feel pained. The things we see every day still happening. The slavery, it's too much. It's too much. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. When other races try to erase the black race, the Africans try to put us down. We live like we're still in chains because it's in our minds. That's crazy. That's the craziest thing we can ever think as a race, that we are still in chains. But that chains, it's in our minds, and we do not want to break that chain. We don't want to break it. I watched a video. I've watched several videos of racial prejudices, of one race trying to destroy another race. This time around, I'm going to be talking about an incident I watched online. A video. I cried like I was in pain to see my fellow black man being tortured by a Maghrebian, by a man from Morocco, and they say they are Africans. My goodness, it is too much. It is too much. It is too much. Please, cameraman, give me that video. Let me show an illustration. I want you to watch this. Watch this. This is how Africans who try to seek greener pastures in other areas in Africa are being tortured by Maghrebians. I hear this video is from Morocco. Look, this is slavery. We are not in Jim Crow plantations. We are not in Jim Crow plantations. William Wilberforce, one of the first slaves to be liberated, set a pace for us to be liberated. Abraham Lincoln worked hard for us to be liberated. It is for us now to start believing. In ourselves and break that chain. There is no chain. There is no chain, people. We need to start believing in Africa, in the black race as a whole. Enough is enough. The black man is not a slave anymore. For 400 plus years, we have been in slavery. Because of what? Because of what? Because of difference of color? We can't show love for one another? I'm not a slave anymore. I'm not a slave. You got to tell yourself you are not a slave. You ain't no slave, black people. Africans. It's time to stay back in Africa and build this Africa. If it's about leadership, yeah, we know your leadership is nasty, but it's been perpetrated from abroad, from the Western nations. They give us bad leadership because they want us stuck. They want everything from us. It is unbelievable when most of our African politicians, they believe in secret or dark cult activities more than they believe in their own families, more than they believe in their nations, their people. That's what the white man wants us, the white rulers, not the normal white people like us, not the masses. The masses mean well, those who really want this slave thing to get away. But the natural truth is most of our African politicians, they believe in dark activities, occultic activities from the Western nations that they use to infringe on our rights, to suppress us. For what purpose? So they could always be on top. That is unbelievable. And we do not see it. We refuse to see it. They steal our monies to pay for dark cult activities. You know why most of these secret cults are one of the most richest in the world? Richest organizations? Because they impose tariffs, taxes on their members, especially Africans, African politicians. A lot of money. Our politicians, they steal the people's money to go pay heavy sums to those secret cults so they could suppress us more, then keep them in power. That is unbelievable. We are crazy if we do not stop that shit right now. It's enough. It is enough. We need to move that chains. I just took off my chains. I took off my chains and I got to take off that slave cloth now. I got to take off that slave cloth. I got to take off that slave cloth right now. I've got to change into a true African, into who I'm supposed to be, into who my destiny predicted for me to be as an African. Please, pause. Africa needs to change now. Pause. Pause it. Africa has changed now, and we need to be cognizant of that fact. We are not going to stay stuck in the same place. We need to shine like the black sun which is coming. Africa has to change. We don't have a choice anymore. We don't have a choice. There are energies which are coming, which will force us into a corner, and it will make us change, no matter what we try to think. Africa has to change. The slavery, the racial prejudices, it will stop. Every black man needs to be aware. The Africa I love. Our youths, African youths, are running away from their home, from their countries, from their nations, to seek greener pastures abroad. For what? When we have everything here. This is the new Africa. Yes, it is the new Africa. You got to believe that. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Our government needs to change strategies. Our youth, our young people needs to be cognizant of the fact that their destiny is in their own hands. Yes, we need to look for greener pastures elsewhere. But it is exaggerated in ways that it's the factor that causes this thing is because of terrible governance in Africa and stringent policies imposed by European banks and nations on Africa. We need to change that. Look at the migratory trend. The migratory trend from Africa to Europe, through the Sahara Desert, through seas. Oh my goodness. I'd love to come to Europe, to America, but not to stay there permanently. Maybe perhaps for a purpose, and return to Africa and fix my mother Africa. That's what we need to do. For those of you Africans and the black race as a whole, even African Americans, let me tell you, Africa will be changing. I've told you, it's a prophetic utterance. The next 16 years, beginning next year, 2023, the next 16 years will be a transformation for Africa, the African nation. Oh my goodness. It is unbelievable when we do not believe in Africa. Anybody who doesn't believe in Africa and you are an African, you allow a Moroccan, a Tunisian, an Egyptian, an Algerian who claims they are part of Africa to molest us, to keep us into a tight corner because of the color of our skin. This is unbelievable. If you are a Maghrebian, that has happened before in Qatar, in Dubai, in Kuwait, a lot of times. Now it's predominantly taking. Oh, look, if you are an Arab and you think you are superior than the black race, you are motherfucking crazy. Yes, I said it. You are not superior to no African man, to no black man anywhere in the world. God did not want that to happen. That's not how God created us. But we are your big brothers, whether you like it or not. Every race knows that. But you're trying to put us in a tight corner. That will not happen. It will change. The gods are working on that. It will change. There are certain things that will happen. There are certain things that will happen to the world as a whole. Challenges that will happen to the world as a whole that will make the races, different races, come together whether they like it or not. That's how the gods wants it. They will put the world through challenges, the different races through challenges that will make them come together. That's part of the freedom. That's part of the brotherhood the world needs, with love. Not one fucking race, Arabs, trying to suppress the African man, the black man. You are out of your fucking minds. I don't care if you think I'm cursing. I've got to curse. I've cried enough, seeing my own color being treated like a nobody. It's going to change, whether we like it or not. If you are a black man out there, whether you're an African or African American or African Australian, wherever you are, start asserting yourself right now. We do not. Let me tell you something. I hear a lot of people say they need the white man or the colonialist, the ancient colonialist needs to pay reparations for slavery and slave trade. I don't believe that. I don't think so. That's not what the gods wants, to pay reparations in terms of money, finance, or whatever, material things. That is not going to change anything. Let me tell you what they need to pay. What they need to pay us is our respect. Respect, we need it. The respect for the black race. That's all. That's how love is going to come. We don't need freaking reparations or money for African Americans who believe that Africans, typical Africans back home, sold them into slavery, that's a lie. Go study your history well. Let me tell you something. The white man who came and took the black man everywhere around the world. Black people were not only in Africa, they were all everywhere around the world, and they were taken from different parts of the world. Let me tell you that. Those who were taken from the different areas of the world into to Western Europe or Eastern Europe or the Americas, let me tell you, it is not because the white man was more powerful than us. It is not because the Africans sold their brothers and sisters into slavery and their forefathers into slavery. That's not the case. That is because the white man had a backup plan. The white man had someone or something that favored him, that worked together in collaboration with him. You know what that is? That is the reptilian people. That's who gave them the courage, the manipulative intelligence to use other races like that. The reptilian people, if you do not know that, that's what they had, which we do not have. That's the evil plan they used against us. But we need to preach love right now. We do not need, let me tell you, we do not need reparations financially. We need it. We need to build our respect. They need to give us respect. The Arab man, the white man, every Caucasian race needs to give the black man his respect. I say it loud and clear. I'm not afraid. Please. You need to stop being afraid. Enough is enough. We cannot be crying, and when crying, please be moving. We need to move while crying to change that. Please. We deserve our respect as a race. Enough is enough.